Hello and welcome, girls. Today we will be starting off your last chapter, that is the fifth chapter in CSA, that is Structure and Administration of Global Companies. Now in this chapter we'll be looking what is the structure and how is the administration of global companies, that is companies outside India, throughout the world. Okay, so to begin with, you have your meaning. Now it says a company which plans the activity on global basis is known as global company. Okay, a global company is the one which plans its activity on a global basis. Okay, a company which sells the products and services in every market of the world using the same image and maintaining popular characteristics. Okay, for example, you have McDonald's. Now each and every McDonald's you go in any part of the world, you will see that it is standardized, right? It is standardized because they act like franchisees. They act like franchisees and everything is in a very standardized manner. Even if other person is running that particular outlet, it doesn't matter because it is standardized in such a way. So global companies are always those kind of companies which are planning out their activities on a global basis, and they're making sure that they are catering to each and every individual in each and every country according to the customer's taste and preferences, and also they are making sure that they are making their products and services available in each and every part of the world, that is globally. Okay, across globally. Now a global company can be defined. Okay, a global company, okay, a global company can be defined as, okay, very important, a company or corporation which owns and manages businesses in two or more countries. Okay, it is basically a company which is owning and managing business in two or more countries. Okay, this is with the global company. Let's look into what are the features of global company. Global company thinks and acts from the perspective of global perspective. Why? Because they are taking into consideration each and every customer, their taste and preferences, and how the legal rules and regulations etc are of the other countries as well, and based on that it is acting on basis of global perspective. Now the next one is the company involves in sourcing and selling goods and services in several countries and markets of the world. Okay, they're making sure that they're purchasing the raw materials, and also they're making sure that they are making their products and services available to the people of the other countries also. For example, you have Cheetos in India is different where compared to outside country, right? So they are making sure according to the customer taste and preferences across the world, they are making the product available based on the taste and preferences. Next is company global companies synergizes operations, marketing and financial planning on truly global consideration and impact. For example, Nike company is truly a global footwear company. Now they will making sure, now see, for example, you have now taking into consideration Nike comes up with the shoes and various other sports material, right? Various other outwear and merchandises. So what is happening here is now Indian footwear size is completely different to other people's to the other countries' footwear sizes. So they're making sure that they taking into consideration all of these aspects, and based on that they are planning out their strategies and synergizing their operation, like how they have to do marketing in one particular country, how they have to do financial planning in the particular country. Okay, India's marketing is completely different to US marketing. Okay, so based on which country they're operating and catering in, they will market their operations. Next is if it will have domestic location and also have offices in other countries to manage. Now one particular headquarter will be, suppose headquarter is located in India, you will have your various branches in USA. Okay, you will have in Canada. Okay, all of these countries. Okay, now you will have one main office and other sub offices to operate in other countries. Next is it will establish manufacturing units wherever it is cost effective, and produces and sell goods in the same country and also exports goods in the other from there. Now you will have one particular warehouse. Now you will set up a warehouse in a particular country wherein all the materials are easily available. From this warehouse you will be sending it to different locations. Suppose you are manufacturing here and you will be distributing in country A, okay, B, C, you will be distributing in other places. Exporting and importing will be done. Next is it will have an integrated cross-border working teams to smoother their global trade. Now you will have you will have cross-border working, that is basically you will trade from one country to another country, and you will be working on that terms of basis on the political, keeping in mind your social and political boundaries. Next is the global company products will be coming from and going to different countries. Now in global in a global company, you will purchase products from other countries, and then you will be selling your products to the other countries. Either you can purchase raw materials from one particular country and make your finished products available to the other country, or depending on that particular basis. Next is global company imports human capital. Okay, example, talented human resource from countries wherever they are available throughout the world. Now, not necessary that you can make sure now when you're purchasing human capital, human resource is the main asset of the company. Okay, they are main assets of a particular company, and they will make sure that you can have employee from India, you can have from US, you can have from any country possible. Okay, you can have from any country possible. So you will be bringing in human resource from each and every country. Next is global company establishes manufacturing units in countries where factors of production such as land, labor, capital is cheap, produce good at least cost possible. Suppose in India labor is, suppose in any other country labor is cheap. Okay, so they will make sure that they are purchasing labor from that particular country, and they are buying land in that particular country. You will purchase and you will acquire resources from those particular countries wherein the land, labor, capital is cheap, and you will make production in a country wherein it is very easy and convenient for you, and you're not incurring too much of loss. Next is global company will have significant international market share. Okay, it is very important that when you are as a company established, you will have a significant market share, and you will be able to compete with the other companies as well. Next, it will have a clear global communication channels to accommodate all markets. Now, you will have to have, as a global company, you have to have global communication channels. That is channels, it could be sellers, it could be distributors, people, marketing agencies. Okay, so that you're able to cater to all markets and you're able to accommodate all markets. Next is it will always be exploring new markets for its product and services throughout the world. It drives sales from global perspective. Now, for example, if you are a company which is into manufacturing shampoos, okay, now you will cater to each and every country in a particular market. You will make sure, for example, you have L'Oreal, right? Now, L'Oreal is a company or a shampoo brand wherein you're catering, you're making sure your products are available in various countries, not just in India, but in US, in Canada, based on the customer's taste and preferences. Okay, so you're making sale on basis of global perspective. Now, global companies do not easily disentangle. Okay, now you will have various networks and you will have various communication channels. So basically, it does not easily disentangle. Now, it has centralized control with the head office. Now, as I told you all, head office, suppose for example, head office can be in India, and you can have your subsidiaries in various other countries. Okay, now, it has professional management. It employs professionally trained managerial personnel. Now, you will be providing training and development to employees, and you will make sure that whoever you're employing, they are representing your particular company on global terms. So, you will want efficient and effective employees for your particular company. Next is types of organization. Moving on to your next topic is types of organization models or structure of global companies. Now, what is the structure of global companies is basically this will be your structure. You will be looking into the structure and you will be saying what are the models for it. Now, as you all know, MNC is a global company because it says it is multinational. Okay, now there are some differences which are regarded to your roles, responsibilities, your resources, your subsidiary companies, your mentality towards operation, all of that. So you will be looking all of that in this particular topic, how one particular company differs, how normal companies differ from the global companies. Now, firstly, it is that there are 4 types of models. Very important, there are 4 types of models. Your first model is multinational corporation. Multinational corporation is nothing but an MNC. Okay, the short form is MNC. Now, a multinational corporation is called as a global company because they operate in multiple countries. It's very simple, because they are operating in multiple countries, they are known as MNCs, and they're also called as global companies. Now, let's look into what are the characteristics of multinational operations. Now, the characteristics of multinational corporations or MNC are as follows. Now, multinational corporations are decentralized federation of assets and responsibilities. They are decentralized. Okay, you have based on each and every. Suppose your head office is in India. Now you have 3 offices. One is in Australia. One is in Canada. One is in one is in Dubai or something. You will have different operations based on the subsidiary where it is located. And then decisions are decentralized because you cannot, suppose your headquarter is in India, now whatever decisions are taken in India cannot be implied in Australia, Canada or Dubai or anything. You should take decisions based on the country in which you are functioning. Okay, that is why decisions are decentralized. It is not centralized, it is decentralized. Next, there is dominant strategic mentality that views companies' worldwide operations as portfolio of national businesses. Okay, based on the strategic mentality, how the company is functioning based on the operations, there is diversity of the business. Next is they operate in number of countries and adjust to the products and services of each. As I told you all earlier, as you are a global company, you will have to cater as per the function and function as per the country in which you're operating. Plus you will have to provide for goods and services based on the customer's taste and preferences in the country which you are functioning. Okay. Now your next model is multinational enterprise or international enterprise. Multinational enterprise or international enterprise is also a global company which is stated owned rather than in the private sector. Okay, it is owned rather than in the private sector. Now this particular company also has its various characteristics. There is structural configuration defined by coordinated federation of assets, resources and responsibilities. Okay, now you will have configuration and you will have necessary federation of assets, different assets and different resources, responsibilities and all of that will be there. Now, next, the decisions are decentralized but controlled from the headquarters. As you looked in earlier, in MNC, decisions are completely decentralized. They are not controlled by the headquarter. But here, the decisions are decentralized. But whatever decision is taken, it is controlled by the headquarter, where the main company is located. With that particular company will control all of the decisions. Next is overseas operations are regarded as addiction to domestic operation. Now, whatever operations are going on overseas, they are regarded as a domestic operation. Now, headquarters transfer knowledge and expertise to overseas establishments that are less advanced in technology. For example, if you have a particular, if you have a particular company which is located in South Africa, now people of South Africa, the employees who are there, they are not well educated. They do not have much skills, and they do not have effective resources and all of that. So what the headquarter does is basically they will send employees from India. Now, for example, if the headquarter is located in India, they will send their employees from India to South Africa because India's competency is great when in terms of their particular competency for the company's development, technological development, marketing development, etc. Now, while the local subsidiaries are free to adopt new products or strategies, they depend on the parent companies for new products, production process or ideas. Now, in case if the particular subsidiary company wants to come up with new products and ideas, but they will not come up so easily. They will wait for the parent company to come up with new products, production processes or ideas. Now, there is more coordination and control by headquarters than in multinational corporation. Now, in multinational corporation, what happened was they are left on their own. Okay, you take decisions. Multinational corporations can take decisions on their own, functioning on their own. All of that, they are not controlled by headquarter. But a multinational enterprise is completely controlled by the headquarter, and there is proper coordination and control between the headquarter and the subsidiary companies. Okay. This is with the two models. Your next model is global companies or global organizations. Now, global companies or global organizations have their chief features. They operate as if the entire world is a single entity. They are operating in a manner as if the entire world is one, as if it is just one market or one company. Okay, they are operating in such a way. Then they sell the same thing in the same way everywhere. Suppose if they are selling kurkure here, if they're selling orange color kurkure here with the same amount of ingredients and spices, they will make sure that they are selling the same in the entire world. Okay, they will not change the flavor as per the taste and preferences. Next is they conduct business in more than 100 countries. Okay, now, a global company or a global organization will conduct business in more than 100 countries. This model is based on centralized assets, resources, and responsibilities. Okay, their model is completely centralized. Basically, one particular headquarter will take the decision and everyone has to follow it. Then, the role of local business is to assemble and sell the products and to implement the plans and policies developed at the headquarter. Okay, the subsidiaries have much less freedom to create new products or strategies, or even modify. Now whatever headquarter is giving, okay, what if a headquarter is developing a particular product, they should make that same product available in the entire country. The subsidiary cannot take decisions separately like an MNC, okay, in terms of global companies. Now the authority and the decision making are centralized, and subsidiaries are used basically in implementing agencies. Okay, everything is centralized. Everything is centralized, and the headquarter will take necessary decisions, and the subsidiaries will have to follow the particular decisions as per the headquarters. Next is transnational corporations or organizations. The global companies are so-called transnational organizations as they operate across the national boundaries. Okay, only they are called as transnational operations or transnational companies because they are operating across the national boundaries of the countries. Okay, now they seek to eliminate the drawbacks of the first three models. Whatever the first three models, we saw MNC, we saw multinational organization, we saw multinational enterprise, and we saw the global companies, right? Now transactional companies are those companies which are removing all the drawbacks or disadvantages of the first three models. The models or the characteristics are as follows. Okay, the specialized resources and capabilities are disposed among the various operating units globally. Now they are based on the capability and based on the resources they have, they are dispersing amongst the each and every unit they have set across in the various countries. Okay, the units are interdependent and integrated and have large flow of components, products and resources, people and information amongst them. The complex process of coordination, cooperation in an environment of decision making is the main feature of the model. Okay, they have a lot of cooperation, coordination, and they are interdependent on each other in decision making, and it is centralized as well as it is decentralized in certain matters. So these were your models of global companies or the structure of global companies. Okay.